Hi guys, welcome back to my channel Avanti Morocha. Today I'll show you how I use my Epson Surecolor 170 and Cricut Mac Press to sublimate Macs. To get the best results for sublimation, you need to use sublimation blanks, good quality images, and the correct printing profiles. Now let's begin. For this sublimation project, I'll be using my Epson Surecolor F170 printer, which has profiles specifically designed for sublimation printing. For sublimation paper, I like to use ASAP or HTV Run. I'll be using HTV Run sublimation paper today. It's important to use a sublimation Mac, and for this project I'm using one from Cricut. Although I prefer to use Illustrator for my sublimation projects, you can use other programs such as Corel, Inkscape, Canva, and even Design Space. If you choose to use Design Space, watch my video about using Design Space for sublimation. I'll be using this picture of my dog that I edited in Photoshop. I'm going to Photoshop to show you the image quality. When using photos for printing projects, it's crucial to ensure that the image has good resolution, at least 300 ppi, which is equivalent to 300 ppi. I'm back in Illustrator. The second image I'm using is a vector file. The placement of the images is based on my template for a 15-ounce Mac, which I'll share on my blog. If you are using a letter size paper, only one template will fit completely. However, if you are using a similar image like the one in the bottom, you can fit both. I'll hide the layer with the template. If you are using Illustrator, you can add trim marks, but because I don't have that much space, I will use lines. Click on Print, go to Color Management, then to the printer profiles and select the Epson Surecolor for Rigid. Check your printer setup, click on Printer Options, ensure the media type is in Rigid, and the mirror checkmark is on. Click OK and send it to print. I fast forwarded this part of the video. The printing process took 1.5 minutes. Don't worry if you see the colors dull. Remember, sublimation ink is activated by the heat. I'll use my trimmer to cut the wraps. Ensure the lines used as guides are left behind in the scrap pieces, otherwise they'll be sublimated. Turn on the press. When it reaches the right temperature, the light will switch to green and you will hear a beep. This will take about 2 minutes. Meanwhile, I'll prepare the mugs. I'll cut 2 pieces of butcher paper. I use these pieces to protect my press from any ink bleeding. Wrap the design around the mug. Keep it in place using heat transfer tape. Now place the 2 layers of butcher paper. This brand in particular is thick. That is why I use only 2 layers. However, if you are using a thinner paper, I recommend using 3 layers. Secure all the edges using heat transfer tape. Now place it in the mug press. Close the lever. The sublimation process with the mug press takes about 6 minutes, and you can monitor the process with the lights. When it gets to the last one, you'll hear a beep. At this time, remove the mug. Allow it to cool before removing the paper. Now that it's cool, I'll remove the paper. As you can see, it looks fantastic and the colors are bright. I'll repeat the same steps with this design. Now that it's cool, I'll remove the paper. Here I want to show you why I use the protective layers. I don't know if you see clearly, but there is some ink bleeding. Adding these layers protects my press. As you can see, the results are phenomenal. I hope you like this video and find it informative. If you have any questions, leave them in the comment section. If you are interested in any of the Cricut products, I'll share the links in the info box below the video. If you live in the US, Canada, or Puerto Rico, you can use my coupon code. If you are new to Cricut, I invite you to join the Facebook group, the Cricut Crafting Corner. If you are new to my channel and you like what you see, hit the subscription button, tap the notification bell so you get informed every time I release a new video. Don't forget to visit my blog, follow me on my social media, like this video, and share it with your loved ones. See you soon. Ciao, ciao.